guys, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time checking out my channel, my name is Tommy. On this channel we talk about obviously things like fitness, nutrition, from a mental health perspective as well, and an eating disorders perspective as well. So if that's something you'd be interested in, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe, share the channel. That's how we grow around here. Today what I wanted to talk about was, if you haven't already followed my journey in the past, you'll not obviously understand that I was vegan for 4 years for ethical reasons. I had to leave exactly 1 year ago, obviously due to health reasons, because I was suffering things like brain fog, short-term memory loss, severe gut issues, a terrible stabbing pain right below my left rib. I was suffering really intense migraines. It became so debilitating that it was really hard to even function each day. I was suffering mouth ulcers. I actually thought I had a stroke at one point as well, because I had facial droop on my left side and I was stuttering my words. So obviously I had to leave for health reasons, but I want to obviously give you a little kind of update on how things have been 1 year on. So basically, I would say everything has been absolutely great, guys. I've gained 20 kilograms in obviously weight, which has made a big difference. So my recovery for eating disorder recovery obviously really kicked into the next gear. I've been gaining a lot of muscle. I feel stronger physically and mentally than I ever have. My mood is so good, it's unbelievable, guys. Obviously I get bad days, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you about it, but I try to be as honest as I possibly can about these things. Like I say, I deal with things much better. It's gave me the ability to obviously cope with daily life and anything that's the stresses of life that obviously come with it, because it's inevitable that things are going to get on top of you, because that's the way life is at the moment, especially during this, shall I say, that C word, the pandemic. We don't want to mention that on YouTube because we'll obviously get demonetised, but you know what I'm at. The world's in a big mess, but like I say, life is going to throw you curveballs, but if you're in a good place mentally, you can obviously deal with it in a better way. So I've been doing absolutely great, like I say, gaining a lot of muscle. I feel I'm in the best place I ever was. But what I wanted to actually touch upon was, a lot of people seem to have this misconception that I gave up veganism. I didn't give up veganism, I gave up the plant-based diet, because the plant-based diet for me, well, at least a 100% plant-based diet, just doesn't seem to be optimal. I will say at the moment I'm around 90% plant-based at the moment, so I basically just eat a little bit of eggs now and then and the occasional bit of fish with a lot of plant foods. Eliminating the plant foods that obviously caused me problems, obviously beans, spinach, and obviously soya products as well. So it's a balancing act of trying to find out what was actually the problem with me. So like I say, I care massively about animals. I try to be as ethical as I can by obviously getting my eggs from the local farm that obviously the chickens obviously graze all year round, apart from obviously, I should say, the winter months. They're obviously in from around about November to around about the end of March because of the winter, because it would just kill them off. But these are obviously pasture raised, so like I say, it's doing the best I possibly can, and I know it's still got its problems, but it's better than what it can be. But a lot of people have this misconception that I don't care about animals, and like I say, I really do care about animals, guys. I was vegan for 4 years, I was out doing activism every single day for that very reason. But people expect me to obviously respect their religion, because veganism is now a religion, we know that. But at the same time, they'll bash me for being a Christian. Now, I think that's very hypocritical. If you expect me to respect your religion, what I've always done anyway, even though you think I'm anti-vegan just because I've spoke about my story, which is that isn't the case like at all. Like I always say, I leave myself open to things, because I would be vegan for life if I could, and who's to say I won't be in the future? But at this moment in time, I'm 90% plant-based, I'm doing the best I can, and it's just about carrying on with that. And because like without your health, nothing else really matters at the end of the day. Are you going to kill yourself to try and save animals? For me, I think you would really need to look at yourself and address why that is, because if you're going to kill yourself and let yourself die, basically, to save animals, that's a really warped mindset, and I really would say you really need to get some kind of help, because a lot of people seem to lash out at people, especially online. Like I say, there's a lot of trolls on both sides, and I'll say that right openly. Like I say, when they start to drag in children and obviously critique the way they look and things like that, that's just absolutely disgusting, guys. So at the end of the day, it's about respect to each person. Stop critiquing people's looks at the end of the day, because I think that's really disgusting. At the end of the day, it doesn't really bring any scope to the actual talk, discussion, and respectfully as well, because we need open discussion, we need respectful discussion. We need to be chatting to vegans, ex-vegans, we need to be chatting to carnivores, and at the end of the day, giving people the informative decision to obviously make those choices themselves, because that's what it's all about. At the end of the day, you've only got your own anecdote, and I know a lot of people say anecdotes though, but at the end of the day, that is all you actually do have, because it doesn't matter what the scientific studies actually say, if this diet or that diet works best for a given population. We don't know how that's going to transfer into you as an individual. So all you've got to go on is your anecdote. You've just got to do your best, you've got to go on with it. But I think we really need to try and be a lot more respectful to people, and understand that what works for one person won't work for another, and vice versa. Because telling people that everybody should be vegan, or everybody should be carnivore, or everybody should be keto, just because it works for you, that doesn't mean that that's going to be the same for another person. So it's about respect for each person, guys. Try to do the best you possibly can for the animals, for yourself, for the environment, because health is important. I know vegans obviously recently have kind of taken out the health aspect, and that's quite much of a shame, to be honest, because you've got to obviously let people know how a diet is going to work, as in the health aspect for them. How do you expect people to actually adopt a diet if there's not going to be any benefit to them themselves? I know that's quite kind of anthropomorphising things quite a lot, because it is obviously about animals at the end of the day, but at the same time, people are not going to destroy themselves if it's not going to be health beneficial for themselves. That's sad, I know that, but that is a fact. I've seen it myself when I was vegan and I was talking to people in the streets. So it's about doing your best, guys. But I really thank you very much for everybody for the support that you've given me over the last year. Like I say, I care massively about people, I care massively about animals. That's why I do what I do. I would love to have discussions with ex-vegans, vegans, carnivores, keto, everything. Like I say, I'm open to chatting to you all and trying to kind of create a bit of a rapport, and obviously let people make informed choices as well, because I think we all need to kind of look at what's individual to each person and kind of see where the truth lies here, because I don't think everything works for every single person. Like I say, there's a set diet, yes, and our bodies can last years and years on certain diets. That's just the way it happens, unfortunately. Like I say, it depends what part of the world you live in, obviously financially, how your health is, so much more. But yeah, if you would like to get in touch with me, I would love to have a chat, guys. I hope to do it a lot more in the channel. I'm actually going to be doing quite a lot of new fitness and nutrition and interviews as well going forward. But thank you all so much for the love and support. Like I say, today is actually my 5th year on YouTube, the day I actually originally went vegan 5 years ago, and would you believe it, it's my 41st birthday. Yeah, we'll get there, guys. Thank you all so much. Take care, and remember, as always, binge on life, pause negativity, and stab guilty feelings, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. It's just been a little quick one, a little update. We'll speak to you all soon.